pay you. You find my sister.
You pay. We play.
They found their suspect, and I know who it is.
Who is it?
I saw what you're doing. Can you teach me how? Your mom got you on lock.
She been thinking she been running things for too long. Gotta make it on my own.
Don't you ever forget who your family is.
Kane found a new connect, so we all back in business together. Now, whatever beef y'all still got, squash that right now.
You need to be able to control this Tariq St. Patrick. Well, maybe I can help.
Did you know Jabari Reynolds?
Can I get a phone call?
I need you. You owe me.
You need to talk. Talk. I'm gonna need a little quid from you before I can quote. Ain't nobody safe. Especially you.
What's going on, fam? It's your man, VACAY-J. And if you're new and you're loving Power Book 2 Ghosts, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Absolutely like and comment below. We're going to give you today and get into the final predictions for episode 2 of Power Book 2 Ghosts Season 2. Now, if you missed episode 1, definitely check out my recap for episode 1. So now let's break down my final predictions for episode 2. Again, if you have your final predictions, definitely post that below. Now, the name of this episode is Selfless Acts. And let's see how selfless this is. Now, we have Tariq. He's talking to Davis McClain. He's letting him know, hey, listen, you pay. I need you to find my sister. And it's obvious that Yaz has been taken away. You know, something happened to Grandma. Grandma can't take care of her anymore. She got a Band-Aid on her head. You know, she's being taken away because she doesn't have a stable place to live. And, you know, Tariq is in college. He can't have her at the dorm. So we got to do something about it. So, of course, Davis McClain is like, listen, you pay, we play. You know, we'll go and do whatever we got to do to find her. And now with Sax in the mix, he could definitely find her. Now, we see this guy here. He's rolling around the car. Seems to be, you know, a suspect for the Jabari Reynolds case. And of course, you got your guy, Whitman. He's on the case, looking at everybody, pulling in everybody, right? He's going to be talking to the students. He's going to be talking to everybody. He's going to try to solve this case. Now, the thing about it, Tariq finds out who this guy is and who the suspect is that they're talking about. And he says that he knows who he is. Now, Kane is like, who is he? And he's probably somebody from the block, somebody that Tariq knew in his past life with his father running the streets, right? So now we see Diana and Effie, and looks like Diana goes to talk to her, and she's talking to her about the game. Looks like Princess Diana probably wants to get more involved in the game, and she sees how Effie is doing her thing, right? Effie is doing her thing on her own. So she lets her know, I saw what you did. I saw what you did. Now, that could have been the fight that we talked about, and there could have been some other things that Diana came across, but she's asking Effie to teach her. And of course, Diana has been under Monet for so long. Diana's ready to break out. And Effie's like, yo, your mom got you on lock, right? Because she probably doesn't even know the basics of how to handle a gun or how to handle anything, right? Now, Effie, we see her. She got hands, man. Effie got hands. She's handling business. She's out there with Braden. And something obviously went wrong where, you know, either Effie's getting screwed over or somebody tried to steal from Effie, but Effie's not playing, and she's showing that she is going to knock everybody out who gets in her way. We see a gun drop next to Braden's car. That's going to be probably either his gun or Effie's gun. Now, we got Monet, and Monet is finally going to open up her doors and talk to her son. That's my final prediction. She's going to talk to Kane because Kane is like, listen, I got a new connect. I got a new way to do things. He's probably going to beg for forgiveness and absolutely let her know that he's going to follow her rules, but he's really not going to follow her rules. He just wants to utilize her to move this weight. Now, we see Kane is like, listen, I got to be on my own, and he is definitely in the mix and connected to Mecca. And being that he wants to be the number one, you know, Mecca's going to send him on a mission to handle some business for him, you know, to get the competition out of the way. Remember, Mecca is now the new cat on the scene, and he wants to definitely be number one in the mix. So who you got to take out? He definitely got to take out Little Guap. You know, Little Guap is in the mix with a lot of things, and, you know, the GTG is there. And Kane is probably going to have to get Little Guap and bring him to Mecca. And we're going to see that Little Guap is not going to be too happy about him being shoved out of the way, but Mecca is going to literally let him know that I am going to infiltrate this power vacuum in New York City, and you are not going to stand in my way. No one is going to stand in my way. And we're going to see Mecca literally breaking fingers to send a message to not only Little Guap, but to everybody who tries to stand in their way. Now, Kane is going to go to Monet. And again, he's probably going to beg for forgiveness and say, hey, listen, I got a new connect. And she's going to tell him, don't ever forget who your family is. No matter what happens, don't ever forget who your family is. So they're going to reconcile and everything. Now, eventually, with that reconciliation, Monet is going to have that conversation with Mecca. And Mecca's going to let her know that he is ready to jump into the scene. Now, if you want more on Mecca before the show starts, definitely check out my breakdown and introduction of Mecca and who he is and what role he's going to play. Now, after that conversation, we're going to see Monet talking to Tariq and have Kane there. And she's going to let Tariq know, listen, Kane has a new connect. We're back in business. So whatever beef that you have, definitely put it aside. Now, what Monet doesn't know is that Kane and Tariq have been working together, in some way, shape, or form. They've been in communication, but she doesn't know that, so Kane is making it look like, hey, you're not the number one anymore. I'm the number one, because that's what he wanted in the first place. He wanted to be Monet's number one. When Tariq stepped in the place, then he had a little jealousy. But Mecca's like, listen, man, you're going to have to find a way to control this guy, Tariq, right? And Kane wants to be his number one, and Mecca wants Kane to be his number one goon, his number one guy. So he's going to have to do what he has to do. And he tells Kane, listen, I may be able to help. So Mecca's going to be spying on Tariq and Braden and seeing, what moves Tariq is making, because he's going to try to find the weakness. He's going to try to find Tariq's weakness as to what is going to take him down. So Mecca's going to be going in deep as far as his, undercover spying to let Kane know what he needs to do in order to be number one in Monet's life and his number one guy. We see your boy Zeke, and Zeke is in questioning. Now, we know Zeke is not built for this life, right? So he gets real nervous around cops. He just wants to play ball, but he's in the mix. He's down with the Tejadas. He's part of the family. So, of course, he's getting a little nervous. He is not going to snitch, but he may get to that point, almost to that point. We see Princess Diana, and she wants to be more in the game. So she's probably telling Tariq that she knows that Mecca's going to be spying on him. She knows a couple of things, and she's like, listen, you owe me. You owe me. I need you. You know what I'm saying? So Diana wants to break out more. She wants to get more in the game and get more involved. Now, we see your boy Rashad Tate, and he's talking to Tariq, and Tariq is like, listen, we need to talk. And, with the past history of, Ghost, James St. Patrick beating Rashad Tate and everything, like really defeated him, he's going to try to make it a hard time for Tariq now. But he's letting him know, listen, man, in order for us to talk, I'm going to need some money. I'm going to need some dough. You know what I mean? So, and he says, I know you're capable of coming up with that dough, because he knows of the past with James St. Patrick, right? So looking on, of course, is Kamal, Rashad Tate's brother, and he's like, what the heck is going on? So we're going to see more of Kamal and his involvement as far as finding out what's going on with Rashad and what he's trying to do. We definitely going to see more Mecca. Mecca is going to be coming more so through these episodes. We're going to see more involvement with him. Zeke, will he snitch? I don't think Zeke will snitch, but he may come close. He may slip up and say something real stupid. Now, with Saxe down with Davis McClain now, will Saxe really help out as far as helping not only Tariq, but helping to get Davis McClain's brother out of jail? And of course, we got Carrie Milgram, Professor Carrie Milgram. She is definitely, in the mix, but she's going to be going crazy as well with the death of Jabari, just trying to deal with that trauma. Davis McClain is going to be doing way more investigating, not only for Tariq, but also he may be called in for this investigation for Jabari Reynolds' death. So, of course, Tariq is going to be in the mix of everything, in the middle of it all. And with all that trauma, he's going to be having his nightmares, his flashbacks. He's going to be having all of that. And, of course, we are going to see, that's right, the ghost of Kanan come through Tariq. And he's going to be letting them know, hey, listen, man, you can't be scared now. And you know what has to be done. Whenever Kanan comes through, And he says, you know what has to be done? Somebody is about to die. So that's my final predictions of episode 2 for Power Book 2 Ghost Season 2. Definitely drop your final predictions, your thoughts, your theories as to what you believe is going to happen. And we're going to see. We're going to see on tonight's episode how it goes down. So you know what it is. It's your man, VACAY-J. We'll see you on the next episode recap. And I appreciate your love and your support. Let's keep rocking. Let's keep making it happen. You know what it is. It's your man, VACAY-J. I'm out. Salute.